Oh Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, you're Allah's chosen one.
Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Mubarak rahimahullah ta'ala, one of the great eminent student of Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah ta'ala, he says that once when I was coming back from Hajj, on the way I met this woman and I saw her sitting isolated and I knew that she was lost. So I approached her. And the reason I'm going to mention this incident is to explain to you how much these people had connection of the Holy Quran. That Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Mubarak rahimahullah ta'ala says that I asked this woman, I said salam to her, and then I asked her a few questions. And every answer that she gave was from the Holy Quran. So Abdullah ibn Mubarak rahimahullah ta'ala says, Assalamu alaikum. The woman replies, Salamun qawlan min Rabbir Rahim. A verse of Surah Yasin. The salam, word of peace from the Lord who is the most merciful. Then Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Mubarak rahimahullah ta'ala says, what's happened? Why are you here for? The woman replies, Man yudlilillahu fala hadiyala. That whoever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala misguides, there is no one to guide. So she was referring that I am lost here. So Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Mubarak rahimahullah ta'ala says, where are you going at this moment of time? So she reads this verse, Subhanalladhi asra bi'abdihi laylan min al-masjid al-haram ila al-masjid al-aqsa. That she had just finished a Hajj and she is now visiting Baytul Maqdis. So she reads this verse, which means glory to be that being who has taken his servant in the night journey from Masjid al-Haram to Masjid al-Aqsa. Then Sayyidina Abdullah Mubarak rahimahullah ta'ala says that how long have you been in this place? So she replies, Thalatha layalin sawiya. That I have been here for 3 complete nights. So what about your food? So she replies, Huwa yut'imuni wa yasqin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is that being who gives me food and he gives me drink. So he asks that, how have you been doing your ablution, your wudu, for praying your namaz? So she goes, Falam tajidu ma'an fatayammamu su'idan tayyiba. That if you don't find water, then do tayammum with clean earth. So after that, Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Mubarak rahimahullah ta'ala says that I got some food with me, so do you want some food? So she replies, Thumma atimmu siyama ila al-layl. That complete your fast till the night time. In other words, she was saying that I am fasting. So Abdullah ibn Mubarak rahimahullah ta'ala astonished that you are fasting, you are traveling as well. It's not the month of Ramadan, so why are you fasting for? So she says, وَمَنْ تَتَوَّى خَيْرًا فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ شَاكِرٌ عَلِيمٌ. The person who does optional thing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala appreciates that and he knows that. Then she goes that, Sayyidina Abdullah Mubarak rahimahullah ta'ala asks that you are traveling, so there's no need for you to fast, even optional. Fast, there's no need for it. So she reads, وَأَنْ تَسُومُوا خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تَعْلَمُونَ. That if you know about fasting, that is better for you, then you would surely fast. Then afterwards, Sayyidina Abdullah Mubarak rahmatullah alayhi says that you are lost here, so I will try to find your belongings, I will try to find the people, so will you come with me? So she says, وَمَا تَفَعَلُوا مِنْ خَيْرٍ يَعْلَمْهُ اللَّهُ. That whatever good you do, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows about it. In other words, I am happy for that. So he puts the camel forward and tells her to mount on the camel. So at that moment, the woman says, قُلْ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ يَغُضُّوا مِنْ أَبْصَارِهِمْ. That say to the believing men to lower the gaze. So Sayyidina Abdullah Mubarak rahmatullahi alayhi, he lowers his gaze. The woman just about to go on the camel, to mount on the camel, then a part of a cloth got stuck. So she says, مَا أَصَابَكُم مِّن مُّصِيبَةٍ فَبِمَا كَسَبَتْ أَيْدِيكُمْ. Whatever musibah, whatever hardship comes, it is because of our own deeds. Then Sayyidina Abdullah Mubarak rahmatullahi ta'ala, he ties the camel properly and she gets onto the camel. When she mounts into the camel, she says, Subhanalladhi sakhkhara lana hadha wa ma kunna lahu muqrinin wa inna ila rabbina lamunqalibun. She reads the dua which we read when we actually sit in the vehicle or transport. So she reads that and she gets onto the camel, and Sayyidina Abdullah Mubarak rahmatullahi ta'ala, he actually takes the reins and he's taking her forward towards the caravan which she has been severed from, or she got lost. So they keep on going. At that moment of time, Sayyidina Abdullah Mubarak rahmatullahi is inquisitive. He asks that, and which tribe are you from? Which clan are you from? Which part of the country are you from? So she says, وَلَا تَقْفُ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٍ. That do not go behind those things that you have no knowledge regarding. So Sayyidina Abdullah Mubarak rahmatullah alayhi keeps quiet. And at that moment of time, he thought to himself that I will read some poetry. So he's reading some poetry. At that time, the woman says that فَقْرَأُوا مَا تَيَسَّرَ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ. Read something from the Holy Quran. So she starts to read something from the Holy Quran, and the woman says, وَمَا يَذَّكَّرُ إِلَّا أُولُو الْأَلْبَابِ. That mashallah, you've understood what I am trying to say, and only those people who are intelligent, they actually get admonition from this. Because the camel was going fast and he was reading loudly, so the woman said, وَقْصِدْ فِي مَشِّكَ وَغْدُدْ مِنْ صَوْتِكَ. That be moderate in your pace and lower your voice. So Sayyidina Abdullah Mubarak rahmatullahi alayhi takes her forward, and at that time they are just about to reach and the place. Sayyidina Abdullah Mubarak rahmatullahi alayhi asks that, are you married? Have you got a husband? So at that moment she says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu la tas'alu an ashiya'a in tubda lakum tasu'kum. That, oh, you who believe, do not ask regarding those things. If that becomes apparent to you, you will dislike it. So at that moment, Sayyidina Abdullah Mubarak rahmatullahi alayhi asks forgiveness. The woman says, La tathriba alaykum al-yawm. There is no blame for you today. Yaghfirullahu lakum. Allah will forgive you. So they reach a caravan. At that moment, Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Mubarak rahmatullahi alayhi asks the woman, have you got any people that you know here? So she replies, Al-malu wal-banuna zinatul hayatid dunya. That I have my wealth here and I have my children here. So Sayyidina Abdullah Mubarak rahmatullahi alayhi asks that, what is the duty of your children here? So she says, وَعَلَامَاتْ وَبِالنَّجْمِ هُمْ يَهْتَدُونَ. That the signs and with the star they be guided. In other words, they are the guide of this caravan. So at that moment, when the woman and Sayyidina Abdullah Mubarak rahmatullahi alayhi get close to the caravan, the woman, she calls the children that وَاتَّخَذَ اللَّهُ إِبْرَاهِيمَ خَلِيلًا وَكَلَّمَ اللَّهُ مُوسَى تَكْلِيمًا يَا يَحْيَا خُذِ الْكِتَابَ بِقُوَّةٍ. In other words, she got three sons there. One Musa, the second Ibrahim, and the third Yahya. So three children, they come running out, and when they see the mother, they get very happy. At that moment of time, the mother says that فَبَعَثُوا أَحَدَكُمْ بِوَرِقِكُمْ هَذِهِ إِلَى الْمَدِينَةِ فَلْيَنْظُرْ أَيُّهَا أَزْكَى طَعَامًا فَلْيَأْتِكُمْ بِرِزْقٍ مِّنْهُ. That send one of you and take this money and get some food, get some halal sustenance, because this person has done a favor for us. So when the food comes, she says, Subhanallah, Kulu washrabu hani'an bima aslaftum fil ayyamil khaliya. Eat and drink because of what the goodness that you've done in the past. And then she reads, Hal jazaa'ul ihsani illa al-ihsan. For the goodness is only goodness. Sayyidina Abdullah Mubarak rahmatullah alayhi, amazed and shocked at the words and the verses that she has recited, that every single answer she gave was from the Holy Quran. He says to the children, this food is haram for me until you don't tell me who this woman is. So the children say, this is our mother, and for 40 years she has not spoken but the Holy Quran.